Hey you guys, this week is my final push of getting everything that I want planted into the garden before the true summer kicks in and it gets too hot to do it. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, my name is Christina, and me and my family homestead on a little over an acre in the Bay Area, California. We're zone 9B and we are on year 3 of building up our homestead. So behind me we have our raised beds. These are new to us this year. Ryan just put them in, and they house all of my tomatoes and tomatillos for giving us a year's worth of food. And I'm actually going to be planting some dill and some basil in them. I had basil that was growing so beautifully up on my porch, but we ended up getting a puppy, and that puppy ate through the basil that was growing on my porch. So I just went to the local nursery and bought 4 new basil plants. And so I'm just going to restart and plant in these raised beds. So that's a planting project that I have to finish up. I also have on the orchard over there, about a third of the orchard, I planted squash, pumpkins, butternut squash, cantaloupe, and my last project over there is going to be planting some watermelon that I also picked up at the nursery when I was there. And then later this week, I was still waiting on Stark Bros' order. I have one more bed that I'm going to plant full of yellow raspberries. So when that order comes, I think it's this Sunday, I'm going to be planting in there, and that will be everything that I'm planting in this season. I'm also going to be spending this week covering all my beds. If you guys are not covering your beds with something, whether it's wood chips, straw, or old leaves, you should be doing that. One of the biggest benefits when you're doing raised bed gardening is that you get to control the soil that's in it, but you also want to keep it healthy and hydrated, and the best way to do that is to cover your beds with something so that the dirt isn't showing. That's going to give you your best chance at keeping the soil healthy. I personally love wood chips, but I don't love them in a raised bed setting, mainly because if those wood chips get into the soil, they start to absorb nitrogen and they can deplete your soil of nitrogen. And I really like it for the orchard because we just kind of layer wood chips on every year, and so it's not getting intermingled with the soil. But when we're doing raised beds, we can't just lasagna like that. We have to keep adding compost and amending the soil. And if I have all these wood chips in there, I'm really just going to be covering them, and then they're going to start depleting my soil of nitrogen. So I personally like using the straw. So today I'm going to be putting straw out everywhere in these raised beds. And then on my watermelon patch, maybe this weekend, or I guess it's my pumpkin, squash, watermelon, melon patch, that whole area of those vining crops, I will be doing those in wood chips when Ryan gets the time to get the chips and bring them here. That's going to be a huge project. I'm noticing that the plants that are covered in the wood chips are doing so much better than the ones that aren't. They're just growing and are so much happier because they are not losing the moisture in the ground as quickly because of our hot spring days. And I think the nutrients is just more readily available there because it keeps the soil nice and soft. So anyway, I have a lot to get to, and I'm gonna get started. Okay, so these are my tomato beds. I have 2 of them, and they're both 3 by 12 feet. And I'm just gonna go ahead and plop these basil plants in here. I bought 4 of them, and then I also bought some dill plants, and I bought 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but now the raised beds are all done and I'm going to move to our melon patch. So here is our melon patch, and over there is our orchard. It extends all the way over here, but I have the chickens free ranging in that portion of the orchard, and then this portion of the orchard is actually pretty good to go in terms of planting because nothing really gets over here. So about a year and a half ago, we did the Back to Eden method on the orchard. We laid down paper, compost, and wood chips, but we didn't really have enough wood chips. I think you're supposed to do like 8 inches of wood chips, and we maybe had like 2, and we got a lot of weeds in the orchard because the soil actually was a lot healthier, but the wood chips were not enough to suppress the seeds from growing. And so this year we're going back on top of our orchard and a lot of our completed areas like our citrus grove and where the kids play, and we are just going to wood chip like that 8 inches that we were supposed to. And so I've already started that process in this melon patch. So you'll notice like this part is all mulched and is looking really good. Like the plants look healthy, they're super large, and then it kind of moves to like this half wood chipped space, and the plants still look pretty good. I tried to, when I was digging holes, put compost in them to give them a little more nutrients to grab from, but I mean some of these just aren't looking so hot. So one major goal that I have this weekend is to have Ryan pick up more wood chips and then completely do Back to Eden or mulch this area way more heavily. Another benefit of that is it makes the soil super soft. It's so easy to plant it when you've covered the soil. So a lot of this is so rocky and hard to dig into because we didn't put down enough wood chips. And the areas that we did is so soft. So I'm going to try and plant, I have 6 watermelon plants, different varieties. I'm going to pop into the places where seeds did not germinate when I planted. This is squash, so only 3 plants came up. I think it's like a Romanesco type Italian squash. So I might pop a watermelon there. Here, I only had 2 as well pop up, or I only had 2 pop up. This is a butternut squash. I think it's the honey nut. And then it popped up over here. So I'm going to try and put a couple more watermelon plants here. And then behind, I think, is also another row of honey nut, and only 1 or 2 plants popped up. There's one right there. This soil was just so hard and compact, and it just did not get covered enough. And then in the back here, I have some sort of pumpkin. I planted the blue Jarendale pumpkin, a fairy tale pumpkin type, sugar pie pumpkins, and then maybe like a Big Mac sort of, or a Big Mac's sort of like carving pumpkin. I just did different varieties of things, so I am going to be surprised when I see, so like, oh, like here's a good example. So over here was more wooded. The wood chips just look better over here, and you can see that this plant is doing so much better versus like that one that's more in the dirt. So anyway, I have a lot of holes in here, and that's okay. Next year this will be a much better spot to plant. Although as the trees do grow up, this is all going to get way more shaded out, so I'm going to have to move this patch to the back field. I do plan on tilling out rows back there and doing patches of things in the future, but for now this is a perfect spot. In this blank area here, it's really hard to see, but I did plant cantaloupe, and I think it's just starting to pop up. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, like right here. I'm like staring right at it. Okay, these are the baby cantaloupes right here. So they're just starting to pop up. I'm watering them every day. That's why I'm not planting the watermelons here. I did a lot of full rows, although this one seems to be the only one that's popping up at the moment. But I did plant way too many cantaloupe because our family doesn't eat a ton of it. But I thought I had the seeds. They were kind of on the older side, so let's just see what happens by planting them here. Anyway, I've got to get to some planting here, and then this weekend I'm going to come back and I'm going to wood chip it. appreciate it. It is starting to get so hot outside. I just finished planting the watermelon plants, and I'm gonna water them in really good, do a little bit more watering, and then call it for today. I'm gonna come back out this weekend and plant some more, and unless Stark Rose sends me my order sooner. But I am so close to being done planting for this season, which is so exciting. Now we get a little bit of a break before the harvest starts coming in, so I'll catch you guys soon. All right, you guys, I'm back and it's Monday, and I wasn't able to do any of the projects that I thought I was gonna do over the weekend. Ryan was not able to go out and get wood chips for me, so I ended up using some of the old wood chips I had from the citrus grove. I had some left over, and I just put them around the plants that I had in the melon patch, and that should help retain water at least around the plants themselves. And then Stark Rose never sent me my order, and so I need to figure out what's going on there. I've been waiting about 3 weeks for it, so I wasn't able to plant there, but pretty much I have like 95% of everything that I want planted now on the homestead. So instead of working on those projects, something awesome that Ryan and I worked on this weekend was finishing up our irrigation on the whole homestead. So I'm going to walk through exactly what we did. I'm right now testing it to make sure that every station works, but that's a huge project to get done because now I don't have to go around and water everything myself. Okay, so this is the system that we have, and currently we have 6 stations going, and if I look over this way, this is the orchard, and that system services not only the orchard but also the grape beds here and the raised beds all the way back in that corner over there. So I'm going to show you exactly what we did. One of the projects that I think is kind of thankless because you don't really see it once it's done is all the trench work that had to happen in order for us to get water to everything here in the orchard, and in the raised beds in the back. When we bought our property, there was no water, I think there was like one spigot running to the back, and so Ryan had to trench so much, which was a lot of work. But ultimately what you'll see is that there's black drip line running on all of the rows in the orchard, and it goes all the way back even to our back mangoes, which is new. Ryan actually sunk those mango trees in this weekend as well. So now we really have like our full orchard. It's pretty much done. And so while I'm running this, I'm looking to make sure every spigot works. And as you'll notice, there is one that is going rogue. We need to fix this. Basically, here, when I was weeding the orchard, I took a pitchfork to the black hose, so we just have to fix it. But it seems like everything is working so far, so I'm gonna go around and keep checking it out on the orchard. Now I'm back here checking out our new raised beds, and Ryan went ahead and put emitters on all of the berries, so there's a nozzle that's going to every single berry plant. But he hasn't gotten around to doing that for the tomatoes, so the tomatoes currently aren't getting watered, which is totally fine. If I know something's not getting watered, I can spend my time helping to water that thing. And so maybe this upcoming weekend we'll put some emitters on the tomatoes so that I also don't have to water those. But it's really nice knowing that our berries are getting taken care of. And then all this extra straw is going to help to keep the water from evaporating, so I'll have to use less water. That's kind of the goal. So yeah, it's really cool. It's all working. This is so awesome. Okay, anyways, thanks you guys so much for hanging with me in this video. It's so awesome to just know that the entire summer garden is in now, except for those 3 berry plants that will come when they come, and that the watering is kind of taking care of itself. And so now we just get ready to harvest. I hope that you guys are enjoying your garden season, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.